2025 is officially here, which means I can now share all of my top reads of 2024. Let's get into it. Two of the books I don't physically have. One I borrowed from the library and the other was an audiobook that I borrowed from the library. So I'll just mention those ones first and then we'll get into the rest. The first one is Margot's Got Money Troubles. This one was just really funny and heartwarming and I thought it was a really interesting concept and I loved it. The next one is Lula Dean's Little Library of Banned Books. I don't see this one talked about nearly enough and I thought it was such a good, relevant, and timely topic and done in such a heartwarming and fun way. All right, let's get into the physical ones that I have that were my top reads of the year. And you're gonna see that I like all genres because this is such an eclectic mix. Lights Out. I loved this. It was so fun. I listened to the audiobook while reading it and it made me laugh out loud a lot and I just devoured every single page. I cannot wait for the next one in the series. And this is such a good kind of jump into dark romance if you're curious because it is dark, but dark light. There was a lot of humor and heart in here that balanced everything out. Next is Phantasma. I know a lot of people don't like this, but it just worked for me. I love the whole games concept, the haunted mansion, New Orleans, everything. I'm looking forward to continuing this series. And then we have The Final Empire, which is the first in the Mistborn trilogy. I am so excited to continue on this trilogy throughout the year. The writing in this was fantastic. The magic system was great, and I love Vin, the main character. Next, we have Kindred. This is heartbreaking, relevant, thought-provoking, heavy, definitely, but it was so well done and I cannot talk about this one or recommend it enough. Mave Fly. Mave is unhinged. This book was a wild ride. I thought there was a lot of humor in here and in my opinion, it's a hockey romance. So love this. Next is The Wedding People. I literally finished this on New Year's Eve, which is why I do not make these lists until the following year. I loved this. It was full of heart, humor, I laughed, I cried, and I just really loved this one. And then we have A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. I recommend this one a lot when talking about romances. There's some magical realism in here. I think this one made me cry too. I just really loved the whole concept of this and everything was perfect. And then my top read of the year is American Rapture. So CJ Leeds, she actually has 2 books in my top reads, which is amazing. So she is now an auto-buy author for me. But this one, I think about Sophie and the story every single day. I'm not even joking. I just loved this. It spoke to me and I still think about that very last sentence. So this was my top read of the year, but overall I had a great year. I read 124 books. So these were just the 10 favorite.